Okay, let's go linear graph. Okay, so let's take a look at this question. So they say write down the coordinates of P. So to let you know, this vertical one is y-axis. Vertical line is y-axis, and the horizontal line, this one is x-axis. So we always read the coordinates. Yes, Nurul, don't give up. You still have few months. It's still possible. I have students who sign up with me for normal tech. Talking about normal tech. So she has F9 previously. So she signed up with me in June. Okay. So we catch up in June, and in the end, when doing the NT level, she got an A. She got an A. Okay. So it is still possible. Okay. I'm talking about normal tech, because I feel that normal tech for 2-3 months to jump to an A, of course it depends on the student effort. Okay, it's not mission impossible. Okay, but of course if you tell me that you are, let's say O level, you are having an F9, you want to jump to A1, not say impossible, but it is really, really hard work. It's still possible. Okay. So someone who also got F9 came to me in November. I don't know. I think December. I think he came in December. So now, fast forward. So 6 months. His latest mid-year paper, he got a B3. Okay. Yeah. So that means he still got a chance to get an A1. Right. So yes, never give up. Okay, let's start. So this P, we always read the x coordinate first, then you read the y. So the x coordinate, the P is at 2 and the y is at 7. So for part A, the P is 2, 7. Okay. Do you agree to me that to retain Sec 2 next year to take NA stream? NA stream, if you tell me math, because I cannot help you to make that decision. You got to make that decision yourself. Okay, because there are also other subjects involved. So even if let's say you learn from me math, you can catch up. How about other subjects? I don't know how well are you able to handle other subjects in NA stream. So you need to decide yourself. My aim was to get D grade, the minimum. No, should be okay. I mean, try your best, okay? Although the topics in my only Wednesday I'm dedicating for normal tech, right? So like last week I did the Trigo Tuakaso, right? And I'm not so sure my upcoming, this one you see, I'm going to do like linear graph. Next Wednesday I'm going to do volume total surface area, okay, for consecutive 3 stream. Sec 1 volume total surface area, Sec 2 volume total surface area, Sec 3 volume total surface area, and then after that mathematics in practical. So my Wednesday I dedicating to normal tech students. So it's not very, the response is not very high lah. Not many students came to attend for the normal tech. Okay, so I hope you, these few normal tech students, so don't give up, please. I'm not closing it, but I'm still doing the content. So please come and attend. So you have to decide yourself whether you, I mean, of course, if you put in hard work to catch up in all things, nothing is impossible, okay? But even if, let's say, you really go to, let's say, normal tech still can go ITE still can go poly eventually, and after that, still can go uni. Of course, the path is definitely tougher, but it's not not saying that, you go normal tech, go ITE means game over. No such thing. So everyone has their own path. Not necessary that normal tech means you game over. No such thing. So 23-19, you need to really go and see whether do you have the determination to say, okay, next you retain, then you go normal acad, whether you want to catch up. Okay, whether you want to put in more effort. You definitely have to put in more effort to catch up. Okay, let's continue. So Q is the point 8, 1. So you're going to plot the point. So we will always read the x first. So go x coordinate 8. And then after that, my y is 1, so go up, 1 is over here. So this will be the point, and then you just label this as Q. Yes. I mean, I have students. I mean, last time when I was in poly, I also have classmate that went NYP engineering. He was also from ITE. Yeah, but I would say the math, they struggle a bit because when they take engineering, there's an engineering math which you need a lot of basics of from EMath. So they didn't take EMath in secondary school, and so they did have to put in more effort when they do engineering math when in poly. Okay, but they still graduate their poly lah anyway. Okay, part C. Complete the table of values for y equals to x plus 1. So that means we're going to draw a table x and y. This is for part C. So they ask you to draw for y is equals to x plus 1. So usually we just put 3 points. If I can't make it to uni, I can start work or pursue degree at private uni. Private uni or overseas, yes, possible, but these two options are more expensive. Yes, they're more expensive. Then in that case, I might as well you spend the money on some tuition. I'm not so sure about, okay, your math, you get a U grade. How about your others? Do you conduct one-to-one teaching? No. Mine is a group teaching, but it's individualized coaching. Means I will still teach you according to what you are weak at. Anyway, okay, let's stop. We already start late 15 minutes. Okay, later I cannot end by 9 o'clock. Okay, so let's continue. So put in more efforts to your math, okay? Okay, so now over here, I'm going to put in some values. So let's say, for example, I'm going to put, since I don't have my negative x, so I just start from the 0. So let's say I put x equals to 0. So x is 0, 0 plus 1, so my y is 1. Okay, if I put 2, x is 2, 2 plus 1, so my y is 3. So if I put, let's say, 6, I will have 6 plus 1, so it will be 7. Okay, so with this, find the value of x when y equals to 6. So I'm going to plot the line. So you will say, okay, 0, 1. So 1 point is here. 2, 3. So 1 point is here. Next, 6, 7. So another point will be here. So with these 3 points, we're going to join them and become the, join them to make the equation, the line. Okay, so with this, of course, after you draw this, you got to label. Say that this line is y equals to x plus 1. Then they say that, okay, find the value of x when y equals to 6. So on the line, let's go and find where is 6. 6 is here. So what you're going to do is, you got to show them that you took it from the graph. So you go to the y equals to 6, which is here. Draw dotted line. Okay, which this one cannot very clear. Then you draw down and see what's the corresponding x. And you can see that the x is actually 5. So for part, this is part 1. This is D part 1. Wait, this is C. This is C, and then after that, now is I'm going to D part 2. So we will say when y equals to 6, my x is equals to 5. Done. Okay? Hey, 2319, don't teach them the bad thing. No such thing as never listen in class and then still can do well. Hey, no such thing. No such thing. Okay? I mean, that's provided that after that you did your own revision. Then that's the second thing. Or maybe you have your tuition or whatsoever. Okay? No such thing as never listen and then never do proper practice and then you still can do well. Okay? Good luck will not follow you forever. Okay? Okay, let's move on to the next question. Okay, the point A is marked on the grid, which is here. So same thing, we're going to write out the coordinates of point A. Okay, so we always read the x-axis first. So read the x, which is minus 3. So part A, you will say, okay, my A is minus 3, comma, the y will be, read the y-axis, which is 3. So it's minus 3, 3. Okay, point B, it's located at 4, negative 5. So plot and label point B. So 4, go to the x4, okay, then negative 5, so go down, negative 5, so this is the point. Mark it and label this as point B. Calculate the gradient of line AB. Okay, so to find the gradient, we always use the formula. So part C, I will write out my A first. My A is here, my B is 4 and negative 5. So take note, gradient formula is rise over run. But always remember this, okay? Kids, so write down this formula. So it's y1 minus y2 over x1 minus x2. So what is y1, what is y2? So this one is your point A, this is your point B. Y coordinate 3 minus minus 5. 3 minus negative 5. So it's 3 minus negative 5. x1 minus x2. So it's minus 3 minus 4. Minus 3 minus 4. So in the end, 3 minus minus 5 means it's plus 5. So it becomes 8. Denominator, negative 3 minus 4 is minus 7. So it's over negative 7. So in the end, my gradient is negative 8 over 7. Done. Okay, so please remember to write this formula. This is to find gradient formula, gradient of a straight line. Okay, gradient of a straight line, write out the two coordinates. Okay, so the first point will be x1, y1. The second coordinate will be x2, y2. So the formula is take y1 minus y2 over x1 minus x2. And of course, press the calculator, and after that, you get the gradient. Okay, so that's how you find gradient. Okay, so let's move on to the next question. Okay, thanks for the rows. Okay, so number 3. So now they say that the equation of a line is given by this. So on the grid, draw the line. Okay, so whenever they ask you to draw a line, you need to draw a box of points. So always draw 3 points is good enough. So draw a rectangle with 4 boxes. 1, 2, 3, 4. So this is x and this is y. This is for y is equals to 1 minus 2x. So you can decide whatever x you want to put. As long as the x, you got to put it into the equation to find the corresponding y. So let's say I'm going to put negative 1. Okay, so if I'm going to put negative 1, so let me show you the working here. Is y is equals to 1 minus 2 negative 1. So it's actually 1 plus 2, so it's 3. So this one is 3. Okay, so I have negative 1 and 3, 1 point. Thank you, Miko Cat Meow. Okay, so over here, I'm going to use x equals to 0. So when my x equals to 0, what is my y? You sub it in. So my y is equals to 1 minus 2, 0. So 2 times 0 is 0. So 1 minus 0, so it's still 1. So 0, 1. So I will go to 0, 1, mark a point there. And I need one more point. So let's say I'm going to sub in 2. Okay, let's sub in 2. So again, same thing, y is equals to 1 minus 2, 1 minus 2x. So the x replace with the bracket, throw 2 inside. So if you press the calculator, it will be 1 minus 4. So it is negative 3. So here is negative 3. So coordinate x, you go in 2, and then after that minus 3, which is here. So mark a point there. So then after that, join the 3 points. You can extend, no issue one. So I'm going to draw the line. And we shall label this line as y is equals to 1 minus 2x. Okay, so we are done with the points, right? I mean the line. Next, they say write down the gradient of the line. Okay, write down the gradient of the line. So we can actually look at this one. Y equals to, I shift it, I write it as minus 2x plus 1. Okay, one look actually we also know that the gradient is -2. But if let's say you want to do working, let's say you don't know how to read this one, okay? That's okay. We use 2 points. Remember I said we take any 2 points, okay, from the line and then find the gradient. So let's say I take 2 points. I take, let's say the points that I put just now, 0, 1. Let's say I take 0, 1 and 2 minus 3. So remember just now I said the gradient formula. So it is y1 minus y2 over x1 minus x2. So y1 is 1, y2 is -3. So it's 1 minus -3 over 0 minus 2. So I will have 1 plus 3, which is 4. 4 divided by -2 will give us -2. So the gradient is -2. Okay? So this is how you plot the line with table of points. So sometimes students ask me, how do I know what x value to sub in? You can sub in any x value. As long as the x you sub in, you need to find the corresponding y. Okay? So when I say I choose to put x equals to -1, I sub it into my y equals to 1 minus 2, the -1 over here. I get my y is 3. So I put, oh, so the point is -1 and 3. So if it's 0, I sub 0 and I find it that is corresponding y is 1. So it becomes 0, 1. Then you plot. So even if you choose other x value and find the corresponding y, don't have to worry because it will still be on the same line. Then you just need to join the points and it will become the line. Okay? Okay, let's move on. Okay, so this one, complete the table below. So x equals to -2, this is the table. So they have actually 2 blanks for you to fill it in. So over here, you can see that they say y is 2x plus 3. So one way I do is I always do this, 2x plus 3. So I put 2 open bracket, close bracket, this is my x, and then after that I plus 3. So my bracket, I can throw in the value. So over here, my x is -2. So I go inside the bracket and key in -2. And I get -1. So that means the corresponding y is -1. Now I want to find 1. So I go back to the bracket, delete the -2, key in the 1, I get 5. So I get -2, -1, and 1 and 5. So I complete the table. So next is, they ask you to draw the graph based on -2 to 4. So we just use our table of points and then we can draw the line. So let's plot the points. -2, -1. So -2 means you go to the x-axis, -2 here, and then after that -1. So -1 is here, so that means 1 point will be here. Next, -1 and 1. -1 and then 1. So it will be this point here. So next is 0, 3. 0, 3. So mark 1 point here. Next is 1, 5. 1 and 5. Raphael, why is so quiet? I thought you are around, Raphael. Okay, next is 2, 7. 2, 7. So which is here. Next, 3, 9. 3 and 9. Next is 4, 11. 4, 11. So you see, the points will form a straight line. I just need actually 3 points. I can draw the line already. I don't need so many points. Okay. So now you got to join all the points. It's supposed to form a straight line. Okay. I see you so quiet. I thought you are not around. Okay. Taking attendance. Ha ha ha. Okay, so we're going to join them. And that's the line that we draw. Then remember to label your line. So this is actually y equals to 2x plus 3. So we are done with the graph. Next, they say from the graph, find the value of y when x is equals to -0.5. So x equals to -0.5 means you go to the x-axis, go and find -0.5, which is here. This is -0.5. So you will come here, draw the dotted line, and you see that, oh, okay, it will be this point here. That's the corresponding y. It's between 1 and 3, so that means it is 2. So you will state C part 1, you will say when x is equals to negative 0.5, my y is 2. Okay. Next, they say find the value of x when y is 8. So this time around, they say when y is 8. So you look at the y-axis, go and find the 8. 8 is here. Okay, and then what you need to do is got to draw a dotted line to cut, go and find out what is the point. So you will go to the y-axis, 8, draw a horizontal line, dotted line, sorry, and this is my corresponding x. So draw a vertical line down. And you will see that it will be between 2 and 3, so it's 2.5. So part 2, you will say that when y is equals to 8, the x is equals to 2.5. Done. Okay? So this is how you do this question. And part D, they say state, okay, there's a spelling mistake here. It's supposed to have a E. State the gradient and y-intercept of this line. So in this question, over here, see, y equals to 2x plus 3. I want you to compare it with y equals to mx plus c. So our m is our gradient, and our c is our y-intercept. So you see, by comparing, okay, you will know that the gradient is 2. So therefore, gradient equals to 2, and my y-intercept equals to 3. And we are done. Okay? So this is how you solve this question. Okay, let's move on to the next one. The equation of a straight line is given by y equals to 3x plus 4. So now let's see whether my students are listening and can answer the question. So they say find the value of y when x equals to 1. So now Teacher Kangie suddenly don't know how to do. Can you teach me what should I do? Okay? Can you teach me how should I do this question? Okay? So y is equals to 3x plus 4. Find the value of y when x equals to 1. So we will just sub in y is equals to 3, 1 plus 4. So it will be y is equals to 7. So we solve our A. B, find the gradient. So like I said, y equals to 3x plus 4. You will compare it with y equals to mx plus c. So with this, you can easily find out what is the gradient. So for part B, they ask for gradient. So my gradient is equals to 3. Done. Now part C, they ask for the y-intercept. My y-intercept is the c. So my y-intercept is 4. So y-intercept is equals to 4. Done. So that will be the last question for the day. Okay, that's all. So today I will end the live.